CPT JJ-CPB Introduction, page 15, part 9.
Unlisted procedure or service continued.
Unlisted procedure or service. In some cases, alternative coding and procedural nomenclature as contained in other code sets may allow appropriate reporting of a more specific code. Now, they're talking about other code sets. Here at JJ Coding, we are studying another procedures code set that is called PCS, and that comes with ICD-10. So this would be another code set. It's not CPT, but it's used for the same purpose, to describe procedures. Okay, so another code set will be PCS, and you can see the videos for PCS that we have from the introduction to problems. We have a lot of them. Okay, so that's what they're talking about. If you can't find the code in the CPT, try other other coding sets like PCS, for instance, right? So let's keep reading.
CPT references to use an unlisted procedure code do not preclude the reporting of an appropriate code that may be found in other code sets.
Which means that they don't forbid, they don't say, no, don't use other codes, you just gotta use CPT. No, you can use other codes too. That's what it means, do not preclude, right? Okay, let's read a little more about unlisted codes. You can read there. It says a service or procedure may be provided that is not listed in this edition of CPT code book, right? And you can continue reading that. Okay, that's our theory for today. Now let's do a problem. Ready, set, go. All right, CPT JJ-RVA, page 256, exercise 63, and this is a level 2 exercise, which means a little difficult. And the text is?
Aspiration bone marrow.
Aspiration bone marrow. And the whole text reads like this.
Surgery, hemic and lymphatic systems, mediastinum and diaphragm.
And
patient has a bone marrow aspiration of the iliac crest and of the tibia.
A bone marrow aspiration, that's just like sucking the bone marrow from the bone. And what part of the bone? The iliac crest is one and the tibia is the other bone, right? All right, so that is our procedure. Now we're going to count to 3, so you can pause the video and give us the CPT code for this procedure. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the answer is this. 38 to 20, comma, 38 to 20 dash 59. And you know that dashes means modifiers. So there's 2 codes. The same code is repeated twice, but on the second instance or in the repetition, you add a modifier, which is 59, right? And the 59 is for a distinct different procedure. Okay, when you change the anatomical part, that's another procedure. It's not part of the first one. So that's why you need 2 codes. But in the second code, you add a modifier just to say that the reason why you add in this code is because it is it is done to another anatomical part that is totally different from the first one, right? Okay, so that's our answer. If you got it, congratulations. If you didn't get it, let's give you a tip or a couple of tips. First tip.
Level 2 difficulty. We need to repeat the code with a modifier.
We need to repeat the code with a modifier. Why?
The same procedure on a different anatomical part is a distinct procedural service.
Right, the same procedure on a different anatomical part. For instance, if you do something on your fingers and then you do something on your toes, the same thing, but they're 2 totally different anatomical parts. It has to be 2 procedures. You can include both procedures in just one because it's the same procedure. The fact that it's 2 different anatomical parts makes it 2 distinct procedures, okay? Procedural services. Okay, second tip.
Start with aspiration for both codes.
Yeah, both, since they're the same, you just start with aspiration, right?
Yes.
And then?
2 procedures. One is iliac crest,
and
2 is tibia.
For the second procedure, you need
modifier 59 to indicate that it is in a different anatomical part.
Right. There's no way to differentiate between these 2 anatomical parts, right? Because there's no code specifically for tibia, there's no code specifically for iliac crest, right? So how do we do it? We put the same code for both of them, but for the second one, we include a modifier saying that this, because it's a different anatomical part, needs a modifier or has a modifier, which is 59. That means a distinct procedural service. Okay? So that is our theory for today. Oh, no. Yeah.
No.
Oh, no, we're doing a problem. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so we're going to count to 3 now. So you can give us the path, right?
Right.
How we got to the answer. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is the whole summary of the problem. It's a surgery section of the CPT code. It's the hemic and lymphatic systems, the mediastinum, and the diaphragm. Okay, the patient has a bone marrow aspiration of 2 distinct different parts, the iliac crest and of the tibia. Okay, now there's 2 codes. Actually, is 1 code repeated, but let's go step by step. The code 1 is found in the index like this.
First you go to index.
Index.
Then you start with aspiration.
Aspiration.
Then you go to bone marrow.
Bone marrow, and then
38220.
Yeah, you see that when you get to bone marrow, there's no more subdivision. So all aspiration from bone marrow is just 1 code. It doesn't change when you change the bone, right? So you check this code in the tabular.
First you go to tabular.
Uh-huh.
Then you start with 38220.
All right.
And then it says bone marrow aspiration only.
Aspiration only, which is what we want, right?
Right.
That is for the iliac crest. But now we need 1 for the tibia. So what do we do? Same thing, right?
Same thing.
So the code number 2 through the index is found like this.
First you go to index.
Uh-huh.
Then you go to aspiration.
Uh-huh.
Then you go to bone marrow.
When you get there, there's no way to go to the tibia. So we use this code, right?
Right.
And we check this code with the tabular.
First you go to tabular.
Uh-huh.
Then you start with 38220.
Right.
Bone marrow aspiration only.
And there's an equal sign. So we have a second code, but we have to, because they're going to wonder, why do you put 2 codes? It's the same code. But the second one is because it's a distinct procedural service. And for that, you go to the modifiers, right?
Yes.
And you try to find
59.
You try to find the one for distinct procedural service, which is 59. So the modifier for the repetition of the code is 59. Okay?
Right.
Thanks. Don't forget to visit our website. And also
you can subscribe to us on YouTube by clicking here for our new medical coding videos.
just click on the red rectangle that says subscribe and you will get
up to 3 videos every day that we make. ICD-10, CPTs, all that is needed to pass the medical coding certification exams.
Okay, so don't forget to visit our website and also subscribe to our videos. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.